Hello lads and girls, this is Loki and welcome back to another mini update episode. And it's starting to become a trend, isn't it? I have not done a lot this week. Yeah, I said that every week, don't I? I did do a little bit more on one of my orcs. So I think we're focus. There we go. So yeah, I did the leather on the bag, the pants. I did paint the gun. I did it black and then used a mixture between. First off, I painted the whole gun in grim black, and then I did a mix with grim black and Liquitex white ink to get these strikes I have on here to make it all more shiny. And I also used the gun metal for the claw, and I also have some blood effect on there. Excuse the gore. That is blood for the blood god, a technical color from Citadel. And I don't know what I was going to say. I took some of that on just some old, like, crappy crafting brush, you know, these ones that you buy like a 20 pack for $1 or something like that at the dollar store. I think they're made of like rat hair or something like that. They are not good. I mean, just me doing this and it looks awful. It spreads everywhere. But I tend to use these cheap, crappy brushes for technical stuff, like putting down textures. Yeah, stuff like that. Like, for example, I have ground texture. No. And I also have a ground texture for transparent water. They're like using brushes that I don't really care about. Same with putting down dirt. Well, mud in this case. Thick mud. It's thick. Real thick. Yeah, then I like to use some crappy brushes that I don't use for any painting. So, yeah, I used that crappy brush, put some blood for the blood god on there, and used my airbrush to just spray it on there. Just small little bursts. Let's see. Where did I put that brush? Right here. Yeah, so just putting some on there, holding it like this, and then just taking the airbrush up and here, can you here, the airbrush, and just go just pushing down. You don't need to pull back because, well, I don't have any color in, and I didn't when I did do this either, so all I wanted was to get some air to spray the color from the normal brush onto the model, and it splattered, which is really cool because that is what you want with the blood effect. You want it to splatter around, which you can probably paint it on and make it look good, but spray it on like this seems a bit more natural, like it's up the vessel and just splatter all over. Man, I'm talking a lot about the gore, don't I? But yeah, that's more or less what I've gotten done this week. A little bit on a single orc. Not a lot to be proud of. But I was thinking, oh yeah, I kind of wanted to do Bob too. From Marvel Crisis Protocol. I got him in the same pack as I got Deadpool. It was Deadpool, Bob, Agent of Hydra, and a chimichanga track. That chimichanga track is very important to me. Okay, so and I also wanted to finish Loki. I have put down some on the green of him. Put down some of the green on him. Yeah. English. Do you speak it? No, I do not. And I also wanted to try out and do some lightning effects on a sword here. I just primed it. And that will be for my Stormcast Eternals. I wanted to see if I can get some lightning going from the hilt and out through the blade. So I've gotten myself, well, I already had the Contour Blue, because I got that with my Start Painting set for the Stormcast Eternals. Well, Stormcast Eternals Vindicators plus paint set. I actually still have the box. And let's see, I have them stapled up here, so it might be that stuff is falling. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, so this is the box. Don't think I can get it all on camera. Oh yeah. Vindicator plus paint set. It included everything I needed to... Well, it included a basic layout of the color that I could use to paint Stormcasts. They would look crappy, because you got the Lead Belcher, which is a really good metallic color. Meh. It's an okay metallic color, a bit of that. And you had the Contour Blue. Really nice. I would almost call it a marine blue, it's probably the closest. I think it's a little darker than that, but somewhere between there and like a midnight, maybe midnight blue. And I talk a lot. And then I had the Agrax Earthshade. That one I've been using a lot, especially on the orcs. Very nice one. The Sterling Mud, I actually used that one up. Pretty nice for making bases. I used it for my Rotmeyers, Rotmeyer Creed. Make like swamp. And to do that, I took the Sterling Mud and pushed it all over the base, and then used some of this transparent water texture. This you can use to make like waves and stuff. I put that on top of the mud when the mud has dried, and it made the mud glossy. It looked like it was fresh mud. Very nice. Alright, and then you have the Corax White. This one was bloody awful. It was chunky. Not a good experience. Yeah. And then the Retributor armor. What can I say? It's a gold color. It's a metallic gold. Let's just keep it at that. And for me, just starting painting, never painted any miniatures before. I think it was a good starter set, because I got 2 miniatures and some colors. But yeah, I have increased the colors that I have quite a lot. And got into the speed paints, which I'm not gonna complain, I like them. I have seen some reactivation on them, but I tend to let them dry for a few days and usually it works out. And honestly, most time I paint something above them, it's usually like a dry brush, so it doesn't hurt it that much. It works for me. But it kind of depends on what it is you're doing. Man, I'm more or less just talking here. Talking colors, I love it. Yeah, and then I just asked my local game store, hey, can you like take home some of the Vallejo colors? And sure enough, he took home a set for me, and I loved it. Oh no, first off, I actually bought the non-metallic metal set from him. And I loved how smooth the colors were. And I say "and" a lot. It's one of those things that I always do, and that is to throw some mixing bowls into my color bottles, including these ones. I think, yeah, you hear that? I have at least 2 mixing bowls inside of each of these cans. This one I just bought today, so there is nothing in there yet. But I tend to do that, and also did that for my contrast colors. This is one of the new ones. Yeah, mixing bowls, that is a must. And that's kind of nice with the speed paints, because they come with them already. I feel like everyone should do that. So, yeah, Loki. Wonder, should we do a little bit of painting, perhaps? I mean, I'm mostly just talking, so maybe I can do some painting while we talk. Have a good old time, enjoying it. That's kind of like how Brent does it, right? From Goobertown Hobbies. And that's a guy you could just listen to. He just talks and talks. It don't always have to be about minis, it could be about how the day was. He's like the Bob Ross of miniature painting, isn't he? Alright, so let's see, a little bit of yellow on you. Yeah, so this is one of the things I don't think I've told anyone, but I am a really big fan of Norse mythology. So I've seen the 4 movies, of course, and they don't follow the mythology all that much, but still they're good. I like them. I mean, they're not meant to really be that. They are superheroes after all. And mythology is just a myth. We're gonna be like that. Still very nice though, and it's very good stories in there. And Loki, well, he's the god of mischief, alright. He does a lot of stupid things. And a lot of them he gets to pay for. Like when he made the dwarves make some weapons, like a hammer named Mjolnir. I think most of you have heard of that one. Yeah. He tricked some dwarf into making powerful weapons. And if they could do that, they could take his head. And sure enough, they did some awesome weapons. And when it came down to it, he said, yes, you can take my head. But it wasn't stated in the agreement that you can harm my neck. How do you take someone's head without harming their neck? You can't. So, The dwarves got pissed off at Loki and sewn his mouth shut. That's one of my favorite stories. So Loki got out of that with a mouth sewn shut. Not very pleasant. Not very pleasant at all. He is the texture god, so he do a lot of those. So many stories. So if you're interested, you should probably read up on those. I know there are some really good websites that have those stories, and I myself really enjoy reading them. And this almost come out gray. I almost think I will need a second layer of the rim black. Alright, something like that. At least we're getting some black hair on them. I haven't been playing much Marvel in a while though, but it's mostly because I haven't been feeling too well. I haven't been able to... well, haven't gone out much to play it. And I wish I was. It's a fun game. Right. And also I have the rules for Loki and Thor, and they actually have some pretty good teamwork. Yeah. I don't think I've seen a card for like get help. I would love if they had a one like that. Or was there? When I think about it, I think it was one when you throw Loki. With 4. Maybe there was a get help. I don't know why I have the cards either, so... Let's see, let's just put this yellow on here, and I'm just gonna do a fast little check and see if I have the cards. Okay, don't think there was anything else that needed to be... well, there's the staff. Guess I could just throw some yellow on that. Alright, and... whoop! Going in a straight line like that. I got a little bit on his back here now. Let's remove that. So, man, Loki's starting to look pretty good. Alright, let's see, because I think I actually saw the cards. Oh yeah, I do have the cards here. Yeah. Sibling rivalry. If Thor, Prince of Asgard, is within 2 of an allied Loki god of mischief, both characters spend 1 power to play this card. Throw the allied Loki of mischief medium. Loki god of mischief does not suffer collision damage during his throw. Enemy characters that he collides with roll 2 fewer dodge dice and suffer a staggered special condition. So, really funny and effective card. So, pretty cool. I haven't read up too much on these though. Oh yeah, and also I do have a Captain America, so I could use the Thunder Wave. That's also a really nice one. If it's Thor, Prince of Asgard's activation, and he is within 1 of an allied Captain America, they may spend 2 power each to play this card. While within 1 of Captain America, Thor, Prince of Asgard may use the Thunder Wave attack shown above once. And LOS are length of strike, I think it means, are measured from Captain America instead of Thor. There is a similar one with Iron Man. Iron Man! Which I've been using a few times, and it's pretty good. And it also helps you if it is someone who's closer to Captain America. Say you already used Captain America for something, and then someone is going in for him, then you can use this to like give Captain America an extra attack, kinda. And since it's a special card, it doesn't use up the abilities that you can use before. Because you can like do 2 activations. I don't know how many of you have actually played Marvel Crisis Protocol, but you have 2 activations. You can attack, and you can walk and attack, and you can attack and then walk. Or you can walk and walk. Depending on if you have someone nearby or whatever you want to do. But these special ones where you spend your power, yeah, those doesn't count there. Kind of like if you play Warcry in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. It's kind of the same thing. There you can use your special ability, get like an extra attack, which is pretty freaking nice. I tend to use that quite often. And it's really handy. Alright. At least I'm getting some hobbying done. I feel like I haven't been sitting down and painting a whole lot this week. I've been struggling a lot with my printer too. And some issues with that one. So I have a magnetic building plate on it. And lately that one has been sticking to the bottom of the printer. Which means my print failed. And I think I just need to take it out and clean it up thoroughly. Feel like I've done that, but I guess I was too hasty to put it back in, or didn't do a good enough job, and there might have been some gunk still there, making sure that the magnetics didn't get good enough contact or something like that. At least that's my guess of what happened. Might be totally wrong on that one, or I might be straight on the money. Yeah, so I will need to do something about that. But yeah, I've been struggling a lot with a printer lately. 'Cause I like to print me some stuff. And especially since I've gotten into Grimdark. I mean, there are a lot of things to print for that. And also, one-page rules sell their own STL files for the game. You can like purchase models and just print them yourself, which is really nice. Wow, I just noticed I've been going along this for like 25 minutes and just talking, doing slow little paints like this. But I'm having fun and I do hope you enjoy it. But I think I should probably end off this episode here. And I'm gonna try and finish off Loki and show him off in next week. So, I hope to see you all then. Until then, bye bye!